My name is Adam, and I be the blacksmith on the plantation around here. I ain't always come from here, though. See, I grew up in Virginia. Well, if that's what you want to call growing up. I've been a slave all my life. Ain't know nothing different. People all the time ask me, say, Adam, what in the world life be like for you? It got to be bad, because, see, you a slave. Well, I tell them, is every day for you bad? Every day you wake up? They say, no. I said, well, same for me. My life ain't like yours, no. But I don't wake up bad every day. See, my mom teach me when I was a little boy, always find the good in the bad, you know? Because see, you know, I tell you, if I think about bad stuff all the time, maybe that'll make me bad. Well, I guess that answer ain't suit them enough, you know, so they went on a little further and they asked me, say, Adam, well, what in the world is the worst thing you reckon could be the worst thing could happen to a slave? I don't like to think about that, you know. They say, is it to be beat on? Is it to be killed? Well, I can tell you one thing about me. I be 31 years old, I ain't never seen the side of a whip before. I ain't worried about that. Because see, my mom teach me something when I was a little child, just like yours. She teach me, she say, you always listen. You always pay attention. And no matter what, you follow direction, because that'll save your life. That's why I be 31 years old today and ain't never been in no trouble. So no, I ain't worried about no whoop. They say, it's the worst thing for you to be killed. Well, if I lay down and die right now, I'll wake up free. Sure, my wife and my children, they'll miss me. I got 5 children, 4 gals and 1 boy. Is you feel sorry for me yet? But my boy, his name be June. Because, see, he got the same name I got, you know. And he got the same face I got, too, you know. Look like I just said, hey, he sprout up out the ground, look just like Sure enough.
That's cool.
But I tell you, they'll miss me. But I just know and believe that one day we'll see one another again if we die. So, nah, to be beat on, to be killed, or even to lay down and die, that ain't the worst thing. Not to me. The worst thing I could say ever happened to a slave, I reckon it'd be the thing that happened to me when I've been 9 years old. See, when I was 9 years old, my master, he died. The mistress, she couldn't keep up the place. So she had to make the money somehow to keep the place going. The night before everything happened, my mom sat me down on the floor. And she reminded me of the stuff that I just tell you. Always listen. Always pay attention. And always follow directions, you know. And she tell me, she say, son, I love you. She put me to bed, you know. I wake up the next morning, us eat our breakfast, and she remind me again, always listen. Always pay attention and always follow direction. My mom tell me, she say, long as you live, don't you never forget them words I tell you. She said, you may forget what my face look like or what my voice sound like, but don't you never forget them words. I said, no, I ain't gonna forget. She used to tell me that all the time, but you know, I didn't forget half the stuff she tell me, you know. But that there, it stayed in my heart. Well, we eat our breakfast, and the missus, she called me from the big house, and when she called me from the big house, I was going out the door of the cabin, and my mom grabbed me. She reached me. She reached me this here. I said, well, what in the world is you giving me a doll for? That be a little gal's toy. I ain't want no doll. She said, son, it ain't no toy. This here be a blessing doll. And this here keep you safe on your journeys. I ain't understood at the time, you know. I just say I was going to the big house. I'll be right back. I got to go, you know. Well, she gave me a kiss there on my forehead. Sent me on my way. Well, I went on to the big house, and a man was standing there on the porch that I ain't never seen before in my life, but he knows my name. He's standing there right proud. Your name be Adam? I say, yes, it is. He said, you sure look mighty strong. I say, yes, I is. You know, stand up real big. You don't ask no boy if he's strong, because he gonna make the biggest muscle he can, won't he? I bet you if I asked you to make a muscle, you'd have made one, won't you? See that? Look at that.
Action.
I tell you, that's what I did. I made the biggest muscle I could make, you know, to show him I was the man, you know. See, I had to be the man, because see, my father, he gets sell off before I was born, and I ain't never known him. My mom tell me I got this same face, though, just like my boy. But anyway, he look all upside my head, see I had hair then. And he look all in my mouth to see if I'm healthy, look all in my hair to see if I got bugs, and then he look at the missus, y'all, and he say, he look at the missus and he say, how much? How much you want for him, ma'am? Well, seemed like everything I had in me went out through the bottom of my feet. All the strength I had in my legs wanted to go out, you know, and I wanted to fall out. But I couldn't show that, you know. The missus look at him and she look at me. And she shake her head like she really didn't want to do this here. But she look at him and she said, $300, the best I can do. $300
Wow.
to take everything in this world my mom had. $300 to put my mom through the same thing she went through 9 years before. When I get, my pa gets sell off. $300 to take everything I had in this world, and that been my mom. That man paid that $300, put me in the wagon and carried me from Virginia all the way down here to South Carolina. He teach me how to be the blacksmith I is today, though. Sure did. Well, the day come when I was 19 years old that he owed Mr. John Bratton some money. Well, what happened? He ain't had it. So he traded me out for $300 more. 2 times I didn't leave a plantation. But I was on the Bratton place now. And you know how much I was worth? I was the most expensive slave around there. I was worth $1,000.
Holy hell.
Ain't no other slave around there worth much as I is. And I'm proud about it because, see, I was good at what I do. My mom teaches me how to, she teach me how to listen, pay attention, follow direction. That's how I be the blacksmith I is today. And I take pride in everything I do. I even take pride in the way I look. I shook out my vest today to make it look good to come see y'all. Well, I tell you, every day that go by, I don't hear my mom's voice. But in my heart, the words ring loud and clear. Listen, pay attention, follow direction. It'll save your life. You'll learn something. I teaches my children the same thing. 5 of them, 4 gals and 1 boy. I tells them, you may not never see my face again. Never know. But don't never forget the words. Y'all, I tell you, if my mom walked through that door right now, I wouldn't know who she is, because I didn't forget what her face looked like. But I tell you, the love that she give me in my heart, I spread it to my children every day. So no, to be beat on, that ain't nothing. To be killed, that's freedom. But if you get sold off from your folks, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing nobody wants. But I tell you today, dry your tears, wipe your eyes. I do the same thing. Love the ones you're with, because you don't never know. You don't never know when the last time you're going to see them. I haven't got long to stay here. I haven't got long to stay here.